Hey, I'm on a cruise with my Aunt Martha, and she has Apert Syndrome. And one thing that we have noticed on this cruise is she gets lots of stares from little children and lots of adults who don't know how to handle it. We interviewed my Aunt Martha, and I asked her how she would want that to be handled. So if you are a parent of a little one, please watch this. This will help you know how to handle people who are different from you. All right, Aunt Martha,
Yes,
where
ma'am.
are we?
Well, we're on a cruise.
On a Disney cruise?
Disney cruise.
We're on a Disney cruise. And being on this Disney cruise, I noticed that there are lots of little kids, right?
Right, a lot of kids.
A lot of kids. And I noticed that a lot of the little kids are staring at you.
Right.
They are, because you're made a little different,
Right.
right?
Right.
And help parents understand, what do you do when your kid talks to someone or stares at someone that looks a little different? So if someone stares at you, a little kid, they look at your hands, you can see them. You can see them staring at you. What?
Right. Well, what I do, I try to explain to them. I just say, well, God made me this way for a reason, and it's perfect. That's why, that's
It's perfect
why
for you. Some things are a little harder, but
my hands are different.
They are different, aren't they? They're different than mine.
Yeah, they're different too.
But that's not bad.
No.
It's just different. And so if a parent sees their little kid pointing at you, so maybe
they're asked the parents, the parents should explain to them why the kids are like that.
yeah. And is it okay, Aunt Martha, if they come up and ask you questions?
Yes, they can.
Yeah. And we had dinner last night with Emma, who's only 24,
Right.
also who has Apert Syndrome, which is what
Right.
you have.
Right.
And Emma said she would much rather a mom ask a question or a little kid ask the question than point. The pointing's hard. So if your kid is pointing at Martha and Emma, and what I always do with my kids is we just went up and said, hey, we noticed that your hands are different. Can we ask you what makes you different? Not that it's good or bad, it's just different.
Right.
And you don't ever mind if a little kid asks you that, right?
No.
And you'll show them and say, look at my special hands. They probably have special powers.
Right, special powers. Just like I made some crosses, and with my hands, my oldest sister taught me how to make them, and I was proud of myself. And
you give them to everybody. You're so sweet. You give them to so many people. You just gave them to people here on the cruise.
Right.
And now you're all out of them.
Yep, I'm sorry. I'm out of them.
You got to make more.
Yep. I got to make some more.
So Aunt Martha has Apert Syndrome. And Apert Syndrome is a craniofacial genetic disorder. And so it makes things form a little bit differently when she was growing inside of her mom's tummy. So her hands, her feet are fused together. Her hands have had some surgery, and she's had some brain stuff. So a lot of people with that Apert Syndrome, you're going to see them look similar. And so if you see someone out and about, it is okay to ask questions. In fact, it's better to ask questions than to just point and you as a parent go, shh, shh, shh. Don't do that. Everybody knows. Everybody knows you're looking.
Yeah,
so just ask, right?
That's right. Ask questions. Don't, tell the kids, don't be
embarrassed or ashamed.
Right.
There are so many different people in our world.
Right.
And if you're on the Disney cruise right now with us, we're on the Disney Wish right now.
Right.
So if you're on the Disney Wish and you see my Aunt Martha, you can ask her questions and you can say, hey, I noticed your hands are different. Can you tell me about that? Kids are curious.
Right.
And it's okay to be curious. They're not judging. They just don't know. It's we as adults who freak them out and we go, shh, 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 shh.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Explain to them. And I'll explain to them. I'll just tell them, God made me this way to a different person. That's all.
That's all.
That's all it is. I'm happy.
Thanks, Aunt Martha, for explaining that. I think we're going to help some parents know how to deal with that with their kids.
Well, I hope so. I hope I did it right.
You did perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you to the camera.
Thank you, camera.
I love you.